Hey people, welcome to Life Matters with Aanu Adedire. Yes, you say it's been a while. I am super excited to be back. Oh my god. Should we use this light? I tell you. No, I think I like the other one. No. Okay, I think I like this one. Hi people. Oh my god. Okay, so people, yes. We're gonna be listening to beautiful jams, but before we listen, let's just do a quick connect. So don't worry, just chill. I'm gonna hat you up on the live. Yeah. How's everything, people? Yep. Welcome, people. Welcome to Life Matters with Aanu Adedire. If this is your first time joining, yay! Welcome to the club. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the everything. Yes. So last week, we had the beautiful Toby Adesina host, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. I had a blast. Like, I was watching from wherever tiny place I was, and I'm like, oh my god, my baby's doing me proud. Yeah. Yes, and she really did an amazing job. And she has been doing an amazing job. She's one of my team members, and I absolutely love her. Oh my god. So this morning, before I even start the show, what is Life Matters with Aanu Adedire? So you ask yourself, what is Life Matters with Aanu Adedire? So Life Matters with Aanu Adedire is a sizzling, like one of my team members would say, a sizzling radio show, yes. So it's aired on Amen Radio every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Nigerian time, 11 a.m. Alberta time. And what do we talk about? Literally, life matters. We're talking about different things that affect our day-to-day living, different things that affect our day-to-day lives. And what do we come to do? We're not like the perfect people that have all the solutions in the whole world. But what we do is that we share from our little experience, and we use that to provide solutions through God our Father. Yes, through God our Father. Basically, we're people that love God. We love God. We're we're here on Amen Radio, so it's not like, oh, it's just Instagram Live. No, it's not an Instagram Live show, people. It is a radio show. Yes, it is like live on radio. So for those that, let me use the word, look down on us thinking we are Instagram Live program. No, we use Instagram and Facebook Live because we know that we'll reach more people also. And tomorrow, yes, we have the data for our listeners in 35 countries. People are listening to us over. Oh my god, I was looking at data. I'm like, oh, what is this? Oh my god. Yes, we have amazing people from over 35 countries listening to us every Wednesday. Oh Lord, we bless you. Oh, people, I couldn't be more excited. Like, I couldn't be more excited. People. It's been an amazing journey. It has been an amazing journey since November 29 last year. We'll be doing 1 year in November. Yeah. Okay, people. You're like, why is this girl super hyper? I'm super happy because we are back on here. So we talk about different life issues, and we invite guests. So don't think that it's just me that's going to talk. No. We invite guests who come and share their life experience. Like my guest today is a very good brother, and he's coming to share his life experience, and y'all will not believe it. I watched him when he was a contestant in Project Fame, so it was just funny. It was just amazing to see that it's gonna be on our radio show. I see my beautiful Toby. So yes, today is gonna be a very beautiful day, and it's gonna be an amazing day. So don't keep your fingers locked. Like keep your fingers locked like this. Yes. My guest is ready. Don't think my guest is not ready. But before I bring my guest, I gotta play beautiful music for you. Now, Tolu is an amazing. I don't want to talk too much, but if you want to know more about my guests, so that's why on Monday we put up our flyer. On Tuesday we always do about my guests. So we talk about the guests, what we know about the guests, what we love about our guests, and today we'll be playing is songs. Yes, people, we'll be playing Tolu's songs. Tolu has a lot of songs. Okay, so let's talk about it. So when Tolu was in the mainstream music, Tolu had a whole, when I mean a whole lot of songs. Like Tolu had songs from like Tell Me What It Is to Wine It to Arewa to Safenda Kwa. Oh, okay, it was featured there. It was featured in Bonesman, My Life by Bonesman. Tolu had Circles. He had All Around the World. Tolu had My Lover. Tolu was like that sweet sugar, R. Kelly boo, you know. Okay, I'm serious now. So Tolu had Gemma Pelli Tolu. Gemma Pel Tolu, yeah. My name is Tolu. Then Tolu had My Lover featuring Don Jazzy. He had Arewa. Then he had Ifemi featuring Don Jazzy. Then he had Silent Night featuring Tiwa Savage. Then he had Pretty Mama. Then he had Champion. Then there was a switch, and he had So Easy. And then there was a switch. Tolu knew that God had a bigger plan for him. Not that Tolu was probably not making money. I'm calling big names like big collaborations. So you should know that Tolu had the connect. But Tolu got to a place where he said, I know that God has a bigger purpose for me, so I need to switch. So yes, Tolu went from mainstream to doing what some people will call world music, but it's not world music. Tolu preaches the love of Christ through his music. Yes. So if Tolu is going to talk about peace, he's going to talk about Jesus through peace. He's going to talk about anything Tolu is going to talk about. He's going to talk about Jesus through it. And that is what he is. He's a child of God. He's a big brother. He's someone that I respect so much. And yes, his name is Tolulope by Adesina. So this morning, I'm going to be playing a couple of his songs. Y'all don't want to miss it. Yeah, y'all don't want to miss it. I don't know what is wrong, but I don't know why we're not connected to Facebook. That is very strange. So yeah, so we're going to be connecting to Facebook in a while, like a very short while. But before we do that, we'll be going live on Life Matters page. Yes. So we're live on Life Matters on Adedire page. So for those that don't know, we can actually bring our guests on Life Matters on Adedire page. So don't even think. So yes, before I continue, my listeners on Amen Radio, hi people, God bless you. Thanks for always listening. Thanks for always being a supporter on the show. I love and appreciate y'all. God bless you real good. So today, before I continue, I'm going to be playing Tolu's songs. Yes. I'm going to be playing Tolu songs. And I have Lala and he has Adaba. And we're having another banging one coming in very soon. So watch out. So before I continue, we're going to be having Tolu's new songs. Just 1 minute. But people, how have you been? How's your day been? How's your week been? Hope you're good. Yes. We are going to be okay. So we're going to be going live on Facebook. Yes. Yes. Just 1 minute, people. What we're doing? We're going to be taking Tolu's new songs. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yes, so we're going to be doing some beautiful songs by Tolu. How many people watched our radio show last week Wednesday? It was amazing with the amazing Toby Adeyinka. Toby Adeyinka is one of our team members, and she did an amazing job last week. Okay, perfect. So we're going to be playing Lala, and we're going to be playing Adaba. Yes. We're going to be playing those two amazing songs by Tolu. Sorry, people. we're going to be playing those two amazing songs. And that's weird. Oops. Yeah, people. So I'm going to be adding Tolu in very soon, but before I had Tolu in, I have to play Adaba. Yes. Adaba, 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 Adaba. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. So this is Lala by Tolu. I will be right. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hello, Vivo. Oh, nah, nah, nah. Somebody worshiping in this place. Before I knew my name, you've been there for me. What amazing grace. Was blind, but now I see. Your love never fails. Yeah. Brand new every day. Yeah. I put a song in my heart, and it makes my heart go la 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 la. Your love's like a melody. La 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 la. And it makes my heart go la 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 la. Your love's like a melody. La 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 la. Like the sun in the morning, you give me love, give me joy, give me science. Nobody in this world can give me. Oh, what a grace that I am living. Andrew Vela. Never fails. It's brand new every day. It's song in my heart. Did you reply my message, Andrew? About Tiwa. Who is Tiwa? Andrew Bello. Have no words for you. Yay! Oh my God. Let me stop being like a villager. Can you hear me? Why can't I hear you? Why can't I hear you? Okay. Amazing. Like, I am having the best time. I'm having the best time sharing and having this moment with a very special guest of mine, Tolulope by Adesina. And if you've not heard his song, why haven't you? So we're playing La 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 till we have Tolu on the live. Yes, so this is La La by Tolu. see, oh, people, let's take the lyrics. See, before I knew my name, you've been there for me. Is that not from Jeremiah? Hey, once blind one, now I see. Hey, yeah, yeah. Song in my heart. La 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 la. 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 Hey. Hey. Lala, Lala, brand new every day. This is Lala by Tolu. Just go on Google, iTunes Store. Hey, hey, hey. La 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 la. Hey. La 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 la. It's Auntie Yvonne. Just Google Lala by Tolu. You will see it. And you can check on iTunes, Lala by Tolu. Hey, 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 hey. La 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 la. Hey, 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 Jesus mio. Hey, 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 hey. Lets me down. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Sorry, I'm in the corner. I would have just show you some dancing steps. Hey, 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 hey. La 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 la. Hey. La 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 la.
I can see you're grooving.
My brother, please, please. I want to go back to that person that told you that it's not a spiritual song.
I wonder, please.
Because the first sentence is what God told Jeremiah.
Exactly.
Before you were formed in your mother's
womb.
I knew you.
Yeah.
So did he delete it from his own Bible?
I wonder. People can just be over spiritual for no reason. For no reason.
Are you commissioner?
Because the thing did not start. Because the song did not start with.
Right now.
I wonder.
The judge did like they're doing the brothers.
For sure. Honestly, they are used to some spiritual things because the song did not start like, "Bro, Jesus, I just worship you in this place. You're so amazing, Jesus. I lift my hands up. People, let us lift." Nah, bro. Come on.
Bro, you need to be spiritual. Be yourself. You need to be spiritual. You need to take anointing oil and bow with your body. People, before we continue, if you've not gotten Healing Stream on iTunes, Healing Stream is Eva May's brand new album. Oh my God. That album always buzzed my brain like it's come back, buzzed my brain again. You should go and get it. It's an amazing album, like amazing. And on that same iTunes, you just check Lala by Tolu, Adaba by Tolu, Kajiko, you get everything. Final. Okay. So we were talking before you left,
Oh yeah. So you know, it's a different journey for me because for me, I feel like where I'm coming from, I understand what it's like to be this other side, to be on this side. So with my understanding of that, when I bring the message back to them, I'm bringing it because I understand how they receive things, I was saying something and one pastor backed me up. It was the pastor of Covenant Life Church in Lagos. He said, I said, you cannot reach these people if you do not understand them. And church people don't want to understand the world. They're like, no, nothing to do. Do not be unequally yoked. Jesus came and became like us to save us. He had to understand who we are. And now we are saved. We don't want to understand what it's like to be them.
Sorry,
Yeah.
my brother.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Did Jesus not eat with them?
He did.
No, I'm just asking. I'm not saying you should get married to an unbeliever. We know we should not
Yeah.
be yoked to unbelievers.
Yeah.
But that's not
Sure.
the yoking Jesus is talking about.
Of course.
Jesus ate with them. And you know the funny thing is, Tolu, don't blame people that don't want to come to Jesus because of us. Blame us. You know why?
True.
It's not just because of love. Now, the Christians in Antioch that they called,
Yeah.
you know, it was not them that said, I'm a Christian. It was people that said, this must be the followers of Christ.
True.
Now, if outsiders told other outsiders that these people are Christians, but even amongst the Christian faith, we can't say this is a Christian. So don't blame people, please.
Exactly. Exactly. Because I told another friend that the world, they know scripture and they know Jesus. So if you don't look like Jesus or you don't look like what they know of the scripture, they can tell. They can tell. That's why people, you know, they said, Jesus, I know this. Who are you? Do you understand? Because if you don't, Jesus was a man moved by compassion. Everything Jesus did was from compassion. If you notice, the Bible will say he was moved with compassion and he did all the miracles that he performed. If Jesus was judgmental, he wouldn't heal some people because he would feel like, oh, these people are not deserving. They are not part of the covenant.
Did he not go to Zacchaeus that was already...
Yeah.
Zacchaeus is like our other day politician that eats chop money, give money, chop money, give money. Was it not in his house that Jesus ate dinner that day?
Absolutely. You know, so when they come at me and say, oh, your beat sounds like reggaeton, your beat sounds like R&B and soul, I'm like, yo, do you know how many people when I drop those songs that are not even crazy about Jesus that got on board with those songs?
Please, I want to ask a question. So if I go to Jamaica now and I want to go and is it...
It's so funny to me.
The problem we have is we believe that genres are demonic. The music is different. Please, how will you put the... I want to see...
So it's been a trying journey, not only from the side of, okay, where I'm coming from and people that have abandoned the brand because they feel like I'm different now, but also on this side where I'm supposed to be getting love. I'm getting
we will love you. Life matters too and for you.
I love you too. Twali to all my people from Life Matters.
Now let's go to the place where before that voice, before Jesus came to arrest you.
Yeah.
Now, you were the sugar rush, Tolu, French boy, six-pack, chocolate Jesus child, and you...
Yvonne is so funny.
Now, the question I will ask is, so you wanted to, your main game, at least you were in top 6, so you're like, oh my God, we are winning this, we're taking it home. Kaduna, can you see, I didn't go, you would have went, and you didn't win. Tell me what happened in that moment.
Wow. I felt burnt because, and I'm not saying this to brag, but and I'm sure you can back me up on this. Out of all the voices that came to Project Fame that year, mine was really significant.
It was different, yeah. It
was really significant, and everybody told me that. Even the officials, because after the show, you go back into the house where people talk to you. They're like, Tolu, see, let me tell you candidly, you are something set apart from everybody else in this show. Everybody is trying to beat you. You are the guy to beat vocally because you're way up there vocally from the rest of the people. But all of that assurance And then it was either, I remember then when it was just three of us left on stage, it was either me or Chidinma to win. Do you understand? So I was like, okay, I was in second, I was in third, I was in fourth. So if Chidinma wins, means I wasn't even in the final four. That's going to be sad. And then Chidinma won. And I'm like, wow. So I went from being one of the best voices in the house to not even being in the final four. You know, I was like, what's going on? I felt very bad. I was bitter. I hated the others by default. And bear in mind, this time, my Christianity was like this. I hated the others. I was like, what? Give us a mic right now. I would sing any one of you. You know, what's going on? So I was very sad, and I was very egotistical then, not knowing that there is a lot more to this music business than just voice. And there's a more. Do you understand? And you have to have the whole package. Chidinma was cute, you know, lovable on stage, adorable, you know. When you see her on stage, even before she opened her mouth, you're like, oh my God, oh no. That kind of, she had a package working for her, and it was easy to sell that. But for me, I'm this tall, lanky boy that can sing, yes. Not so bad looking, yes, but there's more. We need more, you know. Assuming you had six-pack now and your chest was like this. You know, maybe, but you know, I was still at the stage in my life where I was developing, not just musically, but even as an individual, I was still growing, you know. So they told me that,
so
you know what?
When you look back now, would you say that you thank God that you didn't win?
Oh yeah, I think that was a setup from heaven. It was a setup because if I had won, it's very possible that because everybody that wins, MTN takes up as a personal project. You become their personal project. They will plug you. You will blow. Don't worry. You are blown already. You are the winner. So I would have been too blown. It's kind of like, and Davido is my friend. I have nothing against him. He's my brother. I will always love all the artists in the music business, by the way. I love them for what they do. You know, I have no problem with them.
All the eight people, don't go and quote Tolu if you're a journalist. Tolu said them during the hurt moments.
Exactly. Do you understand? It's kind of like asking Davido now to climb down from his throne and do contemporary gospel. You know, that it would be a very hard choice for him because the brother is doing very well. Okay, he's doing very well. Flying private jets, everything, the works. Do you understand? So the decision to come to this side would have been harder if I'd seen the top of success in that field. So it would have been, I didn't say it would have been impossible, but it would have been harder.
It would be harder because you would not want to leave everything.
Yeah.
And even now, she's dropping hints of wanting to cross. She's not just doing it like...
Exactly,
she's
verbatim,
dropping hints like she's going for... And for me, let me tell you 3 people that I knew would not, let me use the word, would not last in the mainstream because I knew they're different.
Yeah.
When I first saw Mercy Chinwo, I told my friend, the day we're watching her, I said, this girl is not meant for this thing.
Yeah.
Then she did Igwe, she did her own version.
Yeah.
I said, this girl is a minister. I said, I don't understand what she's doing here. I said,
of course.
She can use this as a ladder. There's no problem. Then Chidinma, when I watched you guys, I'm like, what are these people doing in this place? Like, I don't understand. Why are you not singing songs that people will just fall under the anointing? Like, I had that problem, but I'm like, you know, everybody with his own. Everybody was like, hey, Chidinma, go back to school. Do this, well, nah, she's going to. And when I see her now, I watched a video of like if a friend doing her makeup, and she's like, people don't understand her past. I like who Chidinma is outside,
of course, of the fame.
That she's that sweet girl that cries and enjoys worship.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
absolutely.
So what's going on, Auntie? But like you said, it's very easy when God just says, you know what, I am taking you from this to this side.
Of course.
And when you say, you know what, I want to drop all this and I want to it's like God needs to arrest you how he arrested Paul. So let's see your story like Paul. And one thing I was saying before we went, I said there are times when you go through very, very bad moments.
Yeah.
and you feel like they are wasted years. But
Yeah.
now you can relate to any type of individual
Of
because you've gone
course.
through that process. So
Yeah.
for people that listen to us that feel, oh, I've made a mistake, I've made life has been this, life has been that,
Yeah.
God might actually taking you through that phase where he's saying that now you can relate to the drug addict on the street, because there's
Exactly.
nothing the person wants to tell
Exactly.
you that you can't relate to. Now you
Uh-huh.
can understand what God's love is and share it to another person, because
Uh-huh.
you know the kind of love you got through substance, and
Yeah.
you understand the kind of love you're getting through Christ. So don't think
Absolutely.
that the mistake you've made from the past or whatever has happened to you in the past will define you. No. Take
No.
it as God has taken you through a phase,
Yeah.
and now you need to come out of that phase and be that daughter or son of God that He has created you to be. Yeah.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. And you know this ask me anything that people do on Instagram on their live.
Yeah.
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 So I said ask me anything, and some of my Muslim fans came out from the woodwork, and they were like, "So you joined gospel and left us behind?" I was like, "Nope, you have it twisted. I did not join gospel and leave you behind. I'm sure you, being a believer in a different faith, can understand when God reaches out to you and wants to use you. My music, if you've listened to Lala, if you've listened to Adaba, even if you're a Muslim, you know, wale mumi motilo, you know, even if you're a Muslim, you can relate to that. And that's because God is using me. There's this fan of mine, her name is Raihat, she's Muslim, she lives in Taraba State. She's still a fan till date. She still posts my stuff on her page. You know why? Because I'm doing gospel that can touch you regardless of who you are. I'm not trying to save the saved. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to shine my light where it is bright already. No, sorry. I'm trying to shine my light where there is darkness. So I'm not a church minister. God did not call me to save the saved. There are people out there that needs to hear my gospel through the type and the style of music that I put it in. And that's the reason, that's my calling. And a lot of people don't get it. But if I can have fans that are Muslim and are still listening and downloading my song, then for me, that is the biggest achievement ever. If that's what's happening alone, I'm fulfilled, really. Because my music, like I said, is not to come and minister in church. I want one day somebody will do a circular event and say they want Tolu. In fact, not like one day, it's already happening. They did an event gala here in Texas, and I was called to perform. And the very next day, they brought me on Good Morning Texas to perform the same gospel song to millions and millions of people that live in Texas. You know, gospel minister. Do you understand? And that's what I feel we limit ourselves by trying to say, oh, we only do church music. Oh, well, if you are saving, I don't know how many people are unsaved in church, but everybody I know, whether they are hypocrites or not, I know everybody has Jesus in church, right? The people that don't have Jesus, they are out there. So why would you restrict yourself to just doing, oh, we worship you, we lift up. There are people that cannot relate to we worship you. They are going through real
Hello.
things.
You know the problem, and
Yeah.
you know where there's a twist.
Yeah.
It's not it's not about you.
Exactly.
It's not about how you write. When I had my first song, a lot of my Nigerian friends messaged me, why didn't you do like a Nigeria, whatever did it? Why didn't you this? Why didn't you do this? And I sat down and I was like, if God gave me the words,
Yeah.
if God said, this is what I want you to say, for me, it was a story. Like,
Yeah.
and it was a story of just his love. It just, like, every time I think of God's love, I start crying because it blows my mind. So that
Absolutely.
day I was at work. I was literally just doing, I have a story to tell. And I was just doing like that. And the
Yeah.
lady was like, oh my God, I love your blues. Oh my God, your voice is so good. And I'm like, wait, this is this song. And I was writing it. And I just,
Uh-huh.
and did you reach? And I was like, oh, I know, what's up, the song you're talking about. And I sent him, and he's like, I like the groove. Oh, it's really nice. I like the groove.
Uh-huh.
And we did it. And everybody was like, oh yeah, because you're not in Canada, you're not sounding like Canada. And I'm like, do you know that let me tell you, my best genre is Fuji. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love Fuji so, like, anything Yoruba, anything that has my dad, anything
Uh-huh.
language, I love. Like,
Yeah.
Onos came to Canada recently, and
Oh yeah.
I came to she was ministering in church on Sunday, so I went to the church, and I was in the audience, and they were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, come and sing with us." So we're singing together, and out of the blue, she just passed the mic and said, "I want my sister to do some eulogies to God." I'm like, "Wait,
Oh yeah. No.
I'm angry." So now, there are times where God gives you and understanding who God sent you to.
Exactly.
Number two,
Exactly.
the lyrics you are giving out.
Mm-hmm.
Who wrote it? Is it you or God?
Yeah.
Number three, when all these things now align, do you know what time God wants you to put it out?
Mm-hmm.
Now, until we understand our season and
Yeah.
know that at this time, God wants Lala to come out. At this time,
Yes.
God wants Adaba to come out. If you had
Exactly.
produced Lala 3 years ago, it might not have had any
Had the
effect.
impact. Yeah.
Do you understand?
Uh-huh.
So, if you don't understand who you're sent to,
Yeah.
what he wants you to put out, and the
Uh-huh.
time he wants you to put it
Wants to
out,
put it out.
now you become an artist in your own box. You
Yeah.
don't want God to use you for anything, and that is the
True.
problem we have. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
let's do like Mike Abdul. See, you cannot.
Of course,
It's not
because
possible.
he's calling specific.
God knows that his market is on the streets.
Uh-huh.
So if he likes, he does 30 billion, hallelujah, and he's doing yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God knows that the people that he's sending Mike Abdul to, they are not the tush
They're
people
receiving
in
it.
VIP.
Yeah.
They
Mm-hmm.
are the those are the people that God has sent him to, and he
Yeah.
understands it. The
Mm-hmm.
reason why I love Midnight Crew is they understand that separately they have their individual calling,
Yes.
and together they know that they are like a force. Till tomorrow morning, there's no Nigerian gospel group that is bigger
Mm-hmm.
than that.
Of course. Of
Imagine
course.
if they did not understand their own individual calling and their group calling.
Yeah. That would have been a
So
disaster.
let's stop trying to do God's work for him when he
True.
already knows what he wants to do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm
It's
great. I'm grateful to God for what's happening now. I feel there are people like me that are coming. I feel like me stepping forward with my type of gospel or my type of genre is giving some people inspiration, because there are people that have been scared because they're afraid of what church is going to say, what their pastor is going to say. But I'm inspiring a lot of people, and if that's all I do for now, because right now I'm not even worried about let's let's make this. There's something. It's a sensitive matter. There's something that that is wrong again, that I don't like, is that the the world appreciates their own more than the church. It is wrong, and you put the gospel artist in a position where he has to bill you, and it shouldn't be. When you see talent and you see giftings, appreciate them.
Tolu is a
Appreciate
value
them,
problem.
because
We've said it from the beginning of this conversation. It's a value problem. To be very sincere, it's a
yeah,
value problem. Either we
true.
take it from the back, or we take it from
Yeah,
the front, or we take it from
yeah,
the middle, is that we
yeah.
don't value each other.
At
Okay, so
all.
let me give you an example. So I will not mention the artist's name, but
Yeah,
she said this thing. She said, so they went to this church. So
yeah,
you know, I don't know,
yeah.
and you know Obumosho.
Of course, I'm from Ogumosho.
So this person, so let's imagine that this is the one person,
Yeah,
but she has a band. So imagine she coming with about, let's say, 7 to 8 people. That's
yeah.
9 altogether.
Of
And this
course.
church called her to come and sing.
Yeah,
And they finished singing. Now, she didn't come alone.
exactly.
And these were the days where you don't, like, churches just know the right thing to do, and they
Of
do it.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when they finished, guess what they gave them?
How much?
2 bags of water and carton and carton biscuits.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yes.
Who? Oh boy.
Please, can we have 1 minute silence for the dead carton biscuits?
It's
Yes.
ridiculous to me. It's absolutely
Yes.
ridiculous because the Bible clearly says he who waters should be watered. If someone is a
No,
blessing
no,
to
no,
you,
no, no. They don't want you. They don't want your plant to be submerged in water.
they're having pity for you. They don't want to drown you.
Yeah, so that it doesn't enter into your bed. You know, it's happening like $1,000 now, Tolu. By the time you're calling his kind, you will increase your money. So let's reduce. Let's
It's
She said she was in
crazy.
shock. She said
Wow.
she was thinking, wait, okay, so wait, I don't understand. So I came to it wasn't for Minister Yvonne May. It wasn't for evangelism. This was
At
a church
all.
program, like
Yeah.
a church anniversary. And they give them water and carton biscuits. And I'm like, okay, so what did they do? Are you saying that were they hungry before they came for your program? Was
I
it like
wonder.
I'm trying to think about it. There's a difference between saying, Tolu,
Mm-hmm.
this so I'm collaborating with, let's say, Salvation Army.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a program for less privileged people, the homeless, this.
That's
I
different.
don't know. Please, can you fit your itinerary into anytime you're coming to
Yeah.
Canada? I can accommodate you. I wouldn't mind, but please,
Yeah.
there's really not so much out of it. I can give a thank you, whatever, but there is that different thing where we
Yeah.
sit down and talk
You
about it.
compromise, of course. Yeah.
Now that's different.
Mm-hmm.
But now you don't tell the person. The person says, I'm coming with my band, so
Yeah.
please help us package something because I'm not coming alone. For me, no problem.
Yeah.
For my band, this is what they
At
do
least.
every day, every time.
Yeah.
And all that. Please, nothing. Now, that's one angle to it.
Yeah.
There's another angle where your church
Mm-hmm.
will call, let's say, Jonathan McReynolds, Tasha Cobbs,
Yeah.
Yvonne May,
Uh-huh.
everybody, they come on stage. They are giving their honorariums.
Uh-huh.
It's Tolu. Tolu is one of us.
That makes a servant.
But
Yeah.
it is your. No, we're not going to go into it, Tolu, please.
Yeah.
But it's your full. They know that it's your full-time work. They
Yeah.
know that's how you pay your bills.
Yeah.
But it's Tolu, so you know what? And I'm like, and she said, God bless you. Brother Tolu, you really did well. God bless you. And sister, can you please give Brother Tolu an envelope? And you probably see $50 there, and you're like, okay. So before they
Wow.
brought all these other people I mentioned, they probably had already paid. They've already sent everything.
Yeah, their money.
Paid. But
Uh-huh.
because you are, it's a value problem.
It's a value problem.
It's a value problem.
It is.
It's not long and short. It's just.
Yeah.
It is. Yoruba will say, "I kayokun." You're not taking that person as. Let me just.
Exactly.
Let's just. What does she need that she's over? No, I want let's to be charging us. Is it not just to come and sing and run? But you didn't have a problem bringing this other person.
Yeah.
You didn't like.
Yeah.
The currently will tell you it's $10,000. You're like, oh my God, we're writing the check. But Tolu tells you, sir, with the band, with this, it's just 2,005. Brother Tolu, you know it's the Lord's work. Is it devil's work that Franklin is doing?
I wonder.
I don't know.
And they don't get it that nothing about doing ministry is free. From studio equipment, studio time, to dropping songs, mixing and mastering. Nothing is free. Shooting videos, nothing in this world is free.
It's free. I don't like it. Jesus has died. Even Jesus himself is free. It's not a fry, it's a free thing.
Video director will tell you that, is this scripture I want to chop? None of that is free. And then you spend all that money to make all that content only to go perform somewhere and nobody gives you anything. It's ridiculous. It's
No,
ridiculous.
and to be very sincere, it is not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, and I'm not preaching having an entitlement spirit.
Of course not. Of
We're
course
not
not.
preaching that, but we are
Yeah.
saying let's all value each other within the
Yeah.
kingdom.
Uh-huh.
You call any artist from anywhere, you've already put their money in their envelope. But because
Yes.
she's your friend, it's the same thing in business. When you want to, I want to do this business. Okay, you're my
Yeah.
friend. I like patronizing my friends for anything, everything. I
Uh-huh.
believe that we helping each other is the best thing.
True.
But I'm quick to pay this person
Mm-hmm.
because he's the big name and all that. But when it comes to my friend, I know you don't need much. The difference between when you and your friend, you know that money is not there, so that way you're not going to go
Yeah.
to whatever. But there's something called communication.
Of course.
Communicate it. This is
Mm-hmm.
what I'm going through. This is what's going on. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's let's value each other. Love is, like Tolu said,
Absolutely.
love is very important. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't love your neighbor, if you don't love yourself, you can't love your neighbor. I think that's where we start from.
Absolutely.
Love your
Absolutely.
neighbor as yourself.
Yeah.
It's very important. If I don't value myself, I don't love myself, there's
Yeah.
nothing I'm going to do. If even if Tolu even brings heaven on earth or on or earth for me, I'll just see Tolu as the
Regular
next
person.
yeah, as a regular person. But if I take it, and that's one thing I told myself, I said, as busy as I
Mm.
can be, I don't want to play people that either follow my show or follow. I don't want to. If you send me a message and I see it, I want to respond. I want to this. I want to that. And
Yeah.
I am in my little small box.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way you will not want to open your mouth. Pray for that one person. Open your
Yeah.
mouth and pray for that friend, that so-called strong friend, that
Yeah.
famous friend. Yes. Tolu has told us fame can be a drug that you can either use as a blessing or use to
Mm-hmm.
intoxicate yourself. So that
Of
your
course.
famous friend that you think because he's now famous, he has abandoned me, oh this. Pray for that your famous friend. You don't
True.
know what he or she is struggling with. You don't
Yeah.
know what area of his life really needs help, that he just
Mm-hmm.
needs someone to talk to without judging him, without looking down on him.
Yeah.
Tolu is one story out of a lot of people that are still in the mainstream world, that they know Christ calling on their life but don't want to live because of it. Why
Yeah.
not just pray for them, open your mouth and pray for them, and
True.
understanding that our purpose outside God is no purpose.
Absolutely.
You can't
Absolutely.
have your purpose outside God.
Of
And
course.
now, till tomorrow morning, if you listen to any song Tolu produces, it's not going to come out of a place of not having knowledge or understanding,
Yeah.
because he knows that even when I was in the mud,
Yeah.
Jesus came into that mud to
To
grab
get
me
me.
out of it,
Absolutely.
and every time I hear a story, it really inspires me, and it
Oh.
makes me know that no matter what you're doing right now, thinking that, oh, because you always remember the days where you probably will put one song out and it's just
Mm-hmm.
one listener or one this, one that. You
Of
understand?
course.
When,
Of
when I stay
course.
live, man, it was just one person view, and the person will stay for like 5 seconds and go. And I'm talking to myself. But
Yeah.
now I don't think about that. I think about the content, and God has helped me grow. And in that process,
Exactly.
so you understand what growth will mean when God is taking you from one place to another place. He doesn't want you to be
Absolutely.
stagnant.
Absolutely.
And it's important that we know that God will bring the right set of people for you.
Yeah.
For you, it was Cobams.
Mm-hmm.
And for you, it was that you yourself, your body was not enjoying what you were doing again. God
Of
was putting
course.
that uneasiness in your spirit
Uh-huh.
because you allowed it.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So we pray, and before you go, I want you to like encourage someone that is
Yeah.
stuck in probably an addiction and
Yeah.
feels I can't go out of it, and I can't do anything, and I can't Jesus cannot take me the way I am.
Yeah.
What's with you being in mainstream and
Uh-huh.
and back to God, and understanding God's love and knowing what God's love really mean, what
Yeah.
would you say to that young person out there that feels lost, that feels shattered, that feels I've been broken,
Yeah.
I've been stepped on? What will be
Of
your
course.
advice?
First of all, I'll tell you that I know what it's like to be you, because I've
Mm,
been there. If anyone told me back then that God will put my life together and this and tell me the things that Christians usually would say, I'll be like, I don't want to listen to any of that because you don't know what it's like to be me. Yeah. But I've been you. I know what it's like to be lost to addiction, to smoke, to drink, to be sex crazed. You know, I know what that's like. But if you let his love doesn't judge you. I think you're looking at human beings and forgetting that behind the human being there's a God. And it's a God that doesn't judge you, a God that will embrace you just as you are. And if you let yourself be embraced, his love changes you daily. As you grow in his love, you begin to leave some things behind. Now I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do any of that stuff anymore because his love has rescued me. So leave the people, the world that is judging you, the world that says that there's nothing good can come out of you. They said nothing good can come out of Israel as well. But Jesus came out of Israel. You know, the people that are saying that have written you off, come back to your first love, which is God. God loves you. In your addiction, in that mess that you're in, he has not changed his mind about you for 1 second. He loves you just the way you are. All you need to do is open up and let him in. And that's it. God can save you. I don't care what you've done, even if you've killed somebody. I don't care what you've done. I don't care whether you stole someone's life savings, you've wrecked a family, you've split a marriage. I don't care. You've had a child.
Some people feel like they've gotten pregnant, nothing else, and nothing good can come out of them.
Yeah, I don't care what you feel that you've done that makes you a write-off. In the eyes of God, you are not written off. He paid the ultimate price, which is Jesus, for you. So you're not a write-off. You are still important to God. So embrace him. And if you embrace him, what's happening to me right now, where I can still be hip and still stand for Jesus, I can still look fashionable and still stand for Jesus, I can still do music and still stand for Jesus, that's what Jesus is going to make you become. Someone that represents him 100% and still has the admiration of the world.
You got swag, you got Jesus. Hallelujah. There was something I wanted to say in the beginning, and I think you said you're going to say it later. What your dad said after.
Oh, yeah. After my dad, after all these years, because me choosing music put sort of like a relationship gap between us because he wanted an architect and I wanted to do music. But after a while, time passed and he saw God's purpose come alive in me. My dad came back to me and told me that, son, I've never been more proud of you in my whole life like I am right now. I'm proud of you that you're allowing God to use you. I know our relationship has been burnt because of your choice of music, but I need you to know now that I am proud of you. And that made my day. It made my day, you know, because when you choose God, the people, it's so funny. The people that thought that, oh, you're just doing it because of you, or oh, this person, you know, the same people come back to you and tell you that same thing happened to Joseph. The same people that sold him out came back to bow to him.
Oh, okay, so sorry, Sir Bentley, please you can ask your question. Please, if you have any questions, please just type it out and send it. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So the same people that wrote Joseph off still came back to him and said, Joseph, save us, because Joseph was working in purpose. So, yeah.
It is very important, and for me. When I was thinking about what we, because we do things. Hi, Andrew Bella, and I was like, oh, okay, for per month we have like a theme for each month or every 2 months, and God said, oh, he wanted us to talk about purpose. I'm like, this is big, like this is purpose. It's really big, and God just made me like, God just directed me to the difference of people that wanted to come and talk about how they had turned their, like I have a lady in September that what became Aska has now become a big business, and now she's working in purpose.
Wow, that's great.
What has become something that she would dread to do, or that became pain to her, and become something that become like a big business. Now she's doing. but it
Yeah.
takes you to actually work in purpose, and it is
Yes.
very important. You cannot know
Mm-hmm.
your purpose outside God. It's like buying this stuff, yeah. Let me
Yeah.
cover it. I will not know what this thing does without reading the instruction on
The
how to do it.
instruction.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how God is. Okay, thanks, boss. Does it go in and do, like, if I stand with Jesus, do I
Yeah.
have to be a gospel artist? If I've decided to do music, for instance.
Oh
So,
yeah, yeah. You can. The truth is, there's this. I'm sure you're from Nigeria because there's this Nigerian bias. I've seen over here on this side that you may not be called. If you're not called to be a gospel minister, don't call yourself. If you've been given music as a talent, use your talent to make profit for yourself. The fact that not all of us that have been given music as a talent are called.
to be
If I
music
wasn't
minister.
exactly, if I wasn't reached out to by God, I don't think I would have chosen myself to do what I'm doing now. Because if you choose yourself, you've chosen yourself for selfish reasons. You're not doing it because God called you. Do you understand? So,
Yeah,
and I think in Nigeria, everybody feels like, oh, he's a Christian, he can sing automatically gospel artist.
yeah,
No.
gospel artist. Yeah.
Do you understand? If God has called you to be in mainstream, I mean, if you have the talent and you want to do mainstream music and still hold your value as a Christian, I will respect you 100% still.
Yes, yes. So just had to what you said.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, I started off thinking, oh, okay, I'll do music all through, and God
Yeah.
brought media my way, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to do a little bit more, but God is like, I want to put a pause to music, and I
Yeah.
want to launch out into me. So there are times
Yeah.
where even when God gives you the talent and gives you
Mm-hmm.
probably one single, two singles, three singles,
Yeah.
but still wants to be in a different direction.
Yeah.
Look at T.Y. Bello. T.Y. Bello is a photographer.
Yes, he
But
is.
when she launches out into doing her music, she takes that season, does the music, comes back again, does her photography, doesn't hide from each other. That's number one.
Absolutely.
Number two, now there are different ways to sing, and it doesn't have to. So you're a Christian, and
Mm-hmm.
let's use Timmy Dakolo as an example.
Yeah.
Timmy Dakolo is, at least I know, he's a member of the music team in House on the Rock in
Yes, he
Lagos.
is.
He sings in church,
Mm-hmm.
but his own calling. Same thing with Uncle, my big brother, Tosin
Yeah.
Martins.
Mm-hmm.
Tosin Martins is a pastor,
Yeah.
but his calling, what God has told him to sing about, is love.
Yes.
So he is not that kind of person that would say, oh, God is not saying I should not sing. But you
Uh-huh.
understand, and that's why we said in the beginning, knowing your purpose in God,
Yeah.
knowing who God called you to, and
Uh-huh.
knowing when you should launch out. There are three
Yeah.
important things you have to
Mm-hmm.
know. So for these people I've mentioned, for people like that, it's not about, oh, waving hands or whatnot, but they understand their purpose.
Yeah.
They know who God has called them to. You
Yeah.
can go to anywhere and sing it, and Timmy Dakolo's videos are not, oh, you want to, yeah, well, me, no, it's
Yeah.
not that kind of, no, he even use his
Uh-huh.
own words, you understand?
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like the content of your lyrics, if God has
Yes.
called you to sing like Asha, to sing about the world, to
Yeah.
sing about issues of the world, if tomorrow morning God says, okay, every topic I've given you, every topic your guest has spoken about, I want to write
Mm-hmm.
a song from each one, that is
Yeah.
what God has called me to sing about. So I'm going to
Of
sing
course.
about purpose, and sing
Yeah.
about how God has taken me from this to this, and how
Mm-hmm.
God has taken me from that to that, and what God is doing through my life right now. If God is saying,
Yeah.
I want to sing about abuse and talk about
Uh-huh.
my love through abuse, God is
Yeah.
still, you're still preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ. It might not be the
Mm-hmm.
conventional Holy Spirit. It's not, I've been abused or what. Everyone
Yeah.
can't sing worship songs or alujo.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
How's about love song, inspirational song? Oh, we need more of that. Yes, and that's the truth. We need to
Yeah.
know where God has called us, why God has called us, and who God
Mm-hmm.
has called us to. Because if we
True.
don't, we'll be deceiving ourselves and saying, "Oh, this is why I'm doing. This is why I'm doing that."
Mm-hmm.
Know what, why, and who God has called you to. It is very important. You will not
Yeah.
see Paul go and fight the people that Peter was working with. Paul
Uh-huh.
had Paul
He's
knew who
calling.
God had sent. He knew his calling. So
Yeah.
so what's his name? Sir Bentley Kun What I would
Yeah.
tell you is go back to your drawing table with God, go
Yeah.
and talk with God and say, God, okay, these are the lyrics. And to be very sincere,
Yeah.
you can't say you're a Christian and your lyrics will be in this way.
Of course. Of
Yeah,
course.
Bentley.
He was just telling his name. Yeah.
You can't say you're with God and your lyrics are bomb shakers. No,
Mm-hmm.
it is not possible. So
Yeah.
your calling as your faith has to reflect. Now it's
Of
not that
course.
there are so many songs that same Jonathan McReynolds. I want you to go
Yeah.
and take probably 3 or 4 of his albums, right?
Mm-hmm.
And listen
Mm-hmm.
to them. I'm not lucky,
Mm-hmm.
I'm loved is not the regular song you want to use as a worship song in quotes.
Yeah.
But it's
Mm-hmm.
the truth. He's saying that my situation, my case is not about luck. It's
Yeah.
about the love of God.
Of God.
It's
True.
about how much God has loved me and has been there for
Mm-hmm.
me and
Mm-hmm.
has been everything to me. Look at No
Mm-hmm.
Shades of Grey. Like I really would love
Yeah.
you to go listen to Jonathan McReynolds songs. No Shades
Mm-hmm.
of Grey means that you are either there, you're not
Oh,
here,
not here.
you're just
Of
in the
course.
middle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to gospel whatever, but I want to enjoy
Mm-hmm.
some of the woe-based stuff. I want to no.
True.
That's not what.
True.
So for me, I would tell you that if you're a writer, go and see people that are doing things in your line also. If
Yeah.
you want to write songs and styles like Tolu, go into a lot of Tolu songs, go and listen to a lot of Kim Burrell songs, go and listen to
Yeah.
a lot of Jonathan Butler songs that you might not easily want to say, oh, okay, you want to do that slow worship thing and
Yeah.
that, but it's different. Like if you want to go through the traditional kind of thing,
Yeah.
go and listen to even Stream by Yvonne May. You
Mm-hmm.
understand the process which was coming through and where so each not removing the God factor, each song
Yeah.
must tell a story.
Of
And what
course.
is your story about? So that is
Yeah.
what I would love you to do as an artist, either
Yeah.
way. So sing things that are very inspirational, things that will
True.
bless people, that even the broken-hearted will be able to connect to what you're
Yeah.
talking about. That before
Yeah.
he knew my name, he has been there
Uh-huh.
for me. He wakes me
Yeah.
up every morning and all that.
Uh-huh.
And I hope and I pray that God will probably and help you. You can always reach out
Yeah.
to Toby, you can always reach out to Yvonne May, you
Yeah.
can always reach out to Light
I
Matters
reply
and
people.
ask questions. If you have
Yeah.
any questions, always reach out. Always tell people that you know that are doing these things that you also want to do, and they'll always help
Yeah.
you out. If the big stars don't answer you through DM, you can always ask us, and we'll always at
Yeah.
least do it.
Absolutely.
Oh
Absolutely.
my God, I have gone past time, but I am super grateful to God for having this come together. It is
Yeah.
it has been an amazing time, and
Amazing
there are
journey.
times where I know that God actually was in this show and also wanted us to talk about these things. It's
Yeah.
been amazing.
Okay.
Tolu can be the crossover artist that the gospel needs. Yeah, that's so.
Yeah.
Tolu is that voice that you have been waiting for. Fire is
Amen.
coming. Yeah.
I mean,
So
amen to God. Amen to God for that.
God bless you,
Be,
Tolu. Okay, yeah.
before I go, one last thing.
Okay.
One very pivotal question I was asked when I was on Good Morning Texas. The host, she said, I noticed that Lala is a song dedicated to worship. All your songs about worship, and I said, my music is a mirror that mirrors who I am. So whatever I talk about is coming from a place. Do you
Yeah.
understand? So if tomorrow I drop a song about love and virtue and whatnot, it's mirroring what I believe. It's not going to mirror what the world believes. So don't, as a music minister or a gospel artist or contemporary gospel artist, whatever you do, just know that let your music be your mirror. Let it show who you are. You know,
Who
what
you
you're saying in
really
your
are.
lyrics, exactly. What you're saying in your lyrics, let it be a reflection of who you are, and you won't get it wrong. Yeah.
We are grateful. We are super grateful. You can get Tolu on Instagram at I
Yeah.
am that Tolu. You can get him on
Yes.
YouTube. Some people are already stalking stalking Tolu's YouTube. So you can check him on the YouTube channel. You can check him on Facebook. And also you
Offering
can check
basket.
him on what they call it. You can check his songs on iTunes, Spotify,
Yeah.
and every other channel. God bless you, people. God bless everyone that's been on the
Oh,
live. I want to say big thank you. God
big
bless you.
thank you to
You can
everyone.
follow at Life Matters and Adedire on Facebook and on Instagram. If you have any inquiries, if you have any suggestions about anything you want us to do, just shoot us a DM or a mail at lifematters@yahoo.com. And
Yeah.
my DM is always open. You can always send questions. And yes, I love you. God bless you. Tolu,
I love
God
you
bless you. I
guys. You
pray
guys are
that
amazing. Thank you,
your
Anu, for this
voice will not.
opportunity.
Oh no, it's my pleasure, and I pray that your voice will not cease. Your voice will always
Amen.
be that voice that God will always use to connect to everyone that wants to hear more about God, and your life
Amen.
will always be a constant light in this dark world. In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
So we
Amen.
celebrate you, we love you, and we pray that more hits in the kingdom of the Lord.
Amiashe.
So people,
Amen.
God bless you. Thank you very much for being on the live. This was an amazing time. Next week, you will not know who I'm bringing. We're going to bring another handsome man that filled with the Lord and also understood his purpose. And he had to leave everything to come. Yeah, so it might
Yeah.
not be his story is inspiring. His story is
Yeah.
also inspiring. Let me just drop in. So we are bringing David B next week on the show. Yeah, people. So yeah,
Awesome.
people
Awesome.
that that's just for people that listen right here. For those that didn't listen, all right. Yeah, Tolu is always an inspiration to us. Yes, inspiration
Thank
Tolu.
you.
All
Praise
right.
God.
God bless
Good.
you, everybody. Thank you for tuning in today, and we'll see you next week on an amazing, amazing show. Don't forget to follow us. God bless you, and see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Hello, people. Yeah, sorry, I don't know. There was like a glitch. So. Hello, sis. I told you. Sorry, we had a glitch. Hi, Tolo. I still can't hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear the music? We can't hear Tolu. Tolu can't hear you. Wow. Hi, Minister Osas. You can't hear anything. Wow. Okay, so okay. Okay. I can see my guest, but my guest can't hear me. That is weird. Welcome back, people. If this is your first time joining me, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, we're having a technical glitch with my guest, but either way, we're gonna have the ball rolling. Yes, we're gonna have the ball rolling. So for those that don't know Tolu, Mr. Tolu is an amazing vocalist, music producer, sound engineer, and is one of the amazing voices we have. And I was talking prior to this, I was talking about Tolu's transition. Yes. So yeah, yes, you can't see him because yeah, my Instagram people have doing like a fight of the jumps. But how have we been? How is everything? Can you hear me now?
It's very low.
Hallelujah. We need to pray and lay anointing on that phone and your network.
I can hear
Your
you, but
network is
I mean, it's
fine.
very, very low. Can you hear me louder? You can hear
Very
me loud and
loud.
clear.
Very, very
Okay,
loud.
but I can hardly hear you. That's so funny.
Okay, so can you hear me like this? Even if
Yeah, I'm gonna have to strain to hear you, but I'll try. Let's see.
That's weird
Okay,
and
wait. Let
very
me see if
loud
there's
for me.
something else I can do. Maybe just connect live with a different account so I can hear your audio
Oh, okay. I
from a
sent you a
different account.
DM if you wanted to come in through the Life Matters page so that either way we can still have you. If you check your DM.
Sorry, just give me a second. There's always a way out. There is always a way out. Can you say something?
Okay, I'm hearing you clearly. Hello, hello, hello.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay,
Great.
perfect. How are you doing?
How are you?
Hello?
I am good. How are you?
Okay, there's a delay through what you're using to hear me. So they say,
Yeah,
is your
there's a
volume up
delay.
or use a earphone? So everybody is saying Tolush use a earphone. Do you have like a earphone?
Oh, let me see if I can use headphones.
Yeah, so that'll be faster. The Bluetooth will delay by 1 minute. Sorry, people on Amen Radio. Yes, we're trying to sort out this technical buhaha, but it's gonna be settled very soon. My guest is live. For those joining me on Facebook and on Instagram, hello, 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 people. Welcome to Life Matters with Aanu Adedire. If this is your first time joining, what is Life Matters with Aanu Adedire? It's a radio show that airs every Wednesday. And what do we talk about? Life matters. We have different guests come talk about their life stories and share how they passed through different phases. And today we have Tolulope Adesina. Yes, an artist, a producer. He's producing our songs for us. Hallelujah. And and also Tolu also was. So he's gonna tell us all the story, all the gist. But yeah, Tolu is from Ogbomoso. So I have some people that fans of Tolu, that Ogbomoso clan. My people, yes, I have the Ogbomoso clan, Ogbomoso Confederation that already happy to have Tolu on the live. But yes, so Tolu has been moved from should we say moved from Kaduna to Lagos and now is in the US. So yes, 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 we are super happy and super glad that we have him on the live and we have him on the show today. And what we'll be discussing his journey from Kaduna to Project Fame, from Project Fame to stand as an artist in the mainstream media. And you know there's so much money there. Yes, people like, I was into this album by Mr. Shola Allison, and one of the things she said is that I'll say it in Yoruba, but I'll say it in English. She said, "Igba miran o man shemi thinking pada saying." And there are some times you feel like going back because of the goodies of the past and because of the things that you gained from the past. Like if you were like a big star, then you'll be like, there are times where I just need to say, "Oh, God, just for like 30 minutes, let me just go back and enjoy this thing." And it's amazing that. Can you hear me clearly now?
Awesome. We're back in business.
So I was just sharing with our listeners, and I was like, I was listening to this song by Shola Listen from a new
Yeah.
album, Imushe, and she
Uh-huh.
was saying this thing that in the song she was like, I'll sing it in Yoruba, but I'll say it in English. It was like,
Okay.
Igba miran o man shemi binkin pada sẹ́yìn. Ìgbà
Yeah.
mìíràn ó máa ń ṣe mí bí n kí n jọ̀wọ́ rẹ. And there are times, and it means that there are times where you want to go back. There are times where you want to like
Mm-hmm.
just leave everything and say, "This world is very sweet, you know. let me enjoy the accolades and let me enjoy everything in it." And
Yeah.
you know it's not worth it. Like at the end of the day, you know that it's not worth the going back or trying to. I don't know.
Yeah.
When you understand you're completing God, it might look
Uh-huh.
crazy, but
Yeah.
it will be something that at the long run, even though things will happen and for everybody, like
Yeah.
we always have our bad times, our low times where we want to give up. But
Yeah.
I was sharing with a friend today and I told her that God has brought us this far. He can't leave us. Like there is no way. Like there is no way it would say, "Oh, it's time to just back off this child." Like no,
Yeah.
God loves us too much. So yeah, that's how I was explaining that. Tolu's story is just the summary of what I just sang, and he had to say, "You know what? I don't want the accolades. I don't want the, I don't want to sing all this and still miss you." Do you
Of
understand? Like
course. Of
what's the
course.
point when the sun in Nigeria beats you, drink Gary, you do all the odd jobs and you not
Yeah.
get the fire? Like, oh no, you like it's
Yeah.
not
That
worth
doesn't
it.
make any
So
sense. Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
start from the beginning. So
Okay.
so tell us something in I want to hear. Do you still have your Hausa accent?
Inawuni. Yeah, yeah, de. Yeah, call me, they call me.
Oh my god, now I'm lost. I only know enough. Like after Inari, Yaya, that's all. Sorry.
It's all right.
Amazing. It's a great privilege having you on the show. Like I
I
am
am
super
honored to
excited.
be here.
I am super
Even though
super excited.
even though technology tried to cramp our style a little bit, but we fixed it.
No, got nothing on us. So
For sure. For sure.
let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the very
Yeah.
very very beginning. So
Okay.
you came from. Tell us life in Kaduna. Tell us how growing up was like in Kaduna.
Oh man. Life in Kaduna was amazing. I grew up, I was born by Mr. and Mrs. Adesina, and they're great Baptist parents. And they had me when they were quite young. My mom was 20, my dad was 22 when they had me. Yeah. They were quite young.
I'm feeling
And
old.
they were quite young, and yeah, I was raised in a Baptist church in Kaduna. Kaduna back then in my time when I was growing up, Kaduna is like the most peaceful place to be at. You know, it was peaceful, it was lovely. People are generous, people are happy to. It's the same thing now, even though there are some issues. But yeah, I grew up in a Baptist church, and as young as I was, my mom told me this, and she was like, when I was a baby, because my dad had this extensive record collection, LPs. So
Okay.
every morning he had this tradition. He would play music every morning. It was like a devotion for him.
Okay.
And every time music starts to play, even if I was crying in the morning, I'll be quiet and then I'll begin to listen. And
Wow.
and my mom just noticed that every time I cried, they played music and I'll be quiet. So they knew I responded to music even as a baby. So by the time I turned 11, I was already in a children's choir in my Baptist church, and my they loved me so much because my choir director will always, I sounded exactly like a girl. I had a girl soprano as a kid. So they will always push me forward to lead songs. And that's how the church knew me. They're like, put that little boy, I want to hear his voice, because like I said, I sounded just like a girl. So it's like mentally, you're looking at this boy on stage and you're hearing a voice that doesn't sound like it's coming from him. So it was very eye-catching for a lot of people. And my choir director will always push me. And in that, he gave me experience because I was enjoying the stage. I was getting comfortable with it. And before long, when I became a more grown-up teenager, people in different churches started calling me to sing in different churches. They're like, we want that boy, that Baptist boy. And I was only used to baptismal, the worship. So it was when I started going out, seeing Pentecostals and their styles of dressing and everything. And it was all new to me.
So you were in, was it RA? Yeah, RA.
Oh, this guy, Baptist very well. Okay, let me dump my Nigerian accent and talk very well. I was in RA. Yes, I was. I was in RA. I was in BSF. I was in all those Baptists. Yes, I was in all of them.
I did GA for a while because my mom's friend was like in charge of GA then. So I used to always go for their meetings then. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. GA is like G.
And
in case you guys don't know.
Though, so I knew.
Oh, really? That's crazy. And that was the experience for me. And it wasn't before long that around Kaduna, everybody knew the name Tolu. As young as I was getting so, famous, if you will. A lot of people knew me. And every gospel show, you would see Tolu's. That you should have seen the way I looked then. I looked like my finger like this.
I saw your old covers, and I'm like, oh my God. I could do like a throwback Thursday for you. And I'm like, who is this?
It's crazy. So you see, it's so crazy. So you see this lanky teen on stage. Some people used to tell me now, some of my friends that are all grown up now, used to tell me that back then, when we see you on stage, we're like, when you're belting out your notes, we're like, this one should not break. Oh
my God.
Sorry. If you don't understand broken English and you're with us on live, just bear with us. I'll try as much as possible to stay in my Americanized zone.
Oh my God.
But yeah, wow. So it was a great experience. And it wasn't before long that people started telling me that, you're amazing. We know you're in Kaduna, but, take it to the next level. There was a mentor of mine back then that said there was a competition called Project Fame. And he feels, he doesn't know how I would see it from a gospel perspective.
Okay.
But he feels that it's time to leave being a local champion and take it to the next level. Okay. So I thought about it for a while, even though, yes, I was a very serious Baptist boy, as in a very doctrinal Baptist boy. If it doesn't resemble our doctrine, forget it. I'm not doing it. You understand? So, but
navy blue.
Exactly. So I thought about it for a while. After much people had spoken to me and trying to convince me, I decided, okay, why not? I'll audition for Project Fame. Okay. And they came to Kaduna and they did an audition. There were over 1,000 singers that came for the audition. And I was the only one picked. I was the only one picked from Kaduna. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And before I knew it, that would actually be the first time I went on a plane. This was 2009. First time ever in my life to board a plane because, they bought a plane ticket and I had to board one. And I remember that when I was on the plane, I had a window seat and I felt like I was really close to heaven. So the whole flight, I was talking to God. Oh my God, I was in spiritual correct. As in, bruh.
Oh my God.
I was just kabashing all through, spiritual me. I was feeling like heaven is closer. So let me talk to God.
Oh my God.
I was like,
I can't. People. Oh my God.
Actually felt like I was really in the heavens. I've never experienced anything like that in my life. Being in the clouds, So you can imagine, first time in the clouds.
I feel you.
So I felt like heaven
Wow.
was just, 2 steps away. So I was talking to God all through the flight. And Lagos was a different place entirely. Oh my God. Coming from a conservative Kaduna place, northern place, coming to Lagos with the busy lifestyle. Everybody's angry, everybody's shouting. It was a lot for me to take. It was a lot for
Oh
me
my
to
God.
take. But I took it all in. They picked me up from the airport and took me straight to the hotel where they were going to lodge us, and the show started. And from the beginning of the show, everybody was crazy about Tolu. And I'm not saying this to sound cocky or anything, but I remember my first audition song was "When a Man Loves a Woman" by what's his name
R.
again?
Kelly.
No,
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 no, R.
that when
Kelly.
a woman loves when a man loves
When a Man.
Michael Bolton.
Michael Bolton.
Yeah.
And it was a tough song to choose, but I chose it because I wanted to show people my vocal dexterity because the guy sang in a very high pitch. And when I came on that stage
Brother.
and I was like, when a man, everybody was like, what? Who is this guy? Everybody was
Wow.
blown away. And that's how, the show really put me on a platform where people got to know that, yo, Tolu is great. He's got a great voice and he's amazing. So yeah,
Okay.
I've
Okay.
spoken too much.
Before you go into, because we're gonna go into the whole project fame side of it. So
Yeah.
let's go back to Kaduna for 1 minute.
Okay, cool.
You wanted to go and do project fame. Your father is a
Yeah.
Baptist man.
He was a deacon in the church.
Now, so Deacon Adesina's son is going to Lagos. How did you
Yes.
feel about it? How was
Oh, my dad. Oh, my dad was not a fan at all. He wasn't. He wanted me to be an architect, So that's his dream I'm the first of 5 children, by the way. That's his dream for his firstborn son. And music to him was just a distraction, And in his defense, I wasn't really doing well in school. I was distracted by music. I really was. Not having, and if you're reading architecture, projects, assignments, you have to keep up with that or you're going to fail. That is sure.
That's
If
true.
you miss just one project, you're going to fail. So, and I kept missing a lot, and my grades were not doing well at all. But like I said, in his defense, he was bothered about that. But I will always have this, either I'm going for a fellowship meeting or I'm singing somewhere or I'm singing at... It took my time. I just loved it. Even in the studio, in the architectural studio, if you come to our department and you hear somebody singing, his likelihood is Tolu. Because I'll have my headphones on and I won't even know that I'm disturbing the whole class. I'll be lost in my world, singing, and everybody will like, yo, we are trying to study here. I mean, what's your problem? Can't you just listen to the music and not sing along? What is your issue? But music had me. It had me bad. And my dad wasn't really a fan of that. But over time, maybe when we get to that story, over time he got to understand that this is this boy's destiny. This boy's called. He's chosen for this. Actually, I would tell you this. I didn't choose music. Music chose me. It wasn't like I woke up one day and decided.
Like God formed Tolu and he's like, you know what? What element do we put on this one? Just laugh music all over his body. So that
It's crazy. It's
try
crazy.
something else.
Yeah,
Come back.
always taking my time, always taking my headspace, and so for me, it was destiny. Just keep calling at me. Even when I tried, after I finished I somehow managed to scale through with with a lower credit in architecture. So I got internship at a firm. I remember the name of the firm, Allied Associates. And of course, Tolu will always show himself. I was always getting reprimanded by my boss. This is not a music studio. This is an architectural, it's a professional place. We work here, okay? You need to, in fact, we're taking the music device out of this office. You need to focus on work. And after a while, even when they took the music device out, Tolu will still find a way to hum or do something stupid in the workplace. Until my boss called me up and told me that, look, I've seen a lot of architects, and architecture is a passion job, yeah? if you're not passionate about architecture, then you don't belong in architecture. Maybe you should find your calling. And he advised me, no hard feelings. You know, I love you as a person, but I'm going to let you go so that you can find what you're most passionate about. And that's how I lost that job. I lost the
Okay,
job.
so Tolu, you know what? A lot of people don't have people that will call them to tell them that. So many
Exactly.
bosses will feel like, well, I'm just paying him this. If he like, or they just fire you from place to place. You just go from place to place. But it was good that he understood that this guy is not just one person that would just stick with architecture or whatnot. This guy has a bigger purpose. If he doesn't work towards that purpose, then there'll be a big problem. Do you get?
Of course.
So there you really see people that want to go out of their way to say, you know what, this is not what you're good at. I feel like this is your strength, and I want you to continue in it. So it was kind of good that God took you to that kind of place, so that people people you meet will tell you the truth.
Exactly.
They could all say, you just need to infuse your passion into this. You need to know money can be a drag. I've heard different things from different people.
Exactly.
And knowing that all those times were like growing process for you was very necessary. If not, you'd have just come out, continue doing architecture. Probably you boy you want firm now with your bag across your neck, come back from work or whatnot.
Yeah. So it's amazing because, like I said, there is no how you want to, if you throw someone far away from their destiny, destiny has a way of attaching itself to you. So God leaves breadcrumbs for you to still find your way back to your destiny. So even if you throw yourself in the banking sector, God will still send somebody in your same sector to remind you that, yo, this is who you're supposed to be.
Place.
Yeah, because you know, it's like a fish out of water. You know, it's not gonna work. You know, so God, in different stages of my life, God kept sending people to remind me that this is your destiny. This is what you're called to do. How I was gonna go about it, though, I had no clue. I just knew that I wanted to sing and I wanted more people to know. And Project Fame was the entrance into that place. Yeah.
So you left Kaduna, went to Lagos, so you became the new Kaduna Lagos boy, trying to unwind into the old Lagos movement and all that.
Yes.
Now, you started off with the first audition. Okay, everybody was blown. I think I kind of watched in and out of that particular, because I followed that particular one where there was like all the big stars now, like everybody's like a big star from that particular season. And for you, were you intimidated? Like, okay, even though I have the voice, but these people have package, these people have this, people have that.
Oh yes. At some point, the Kaduna in me showed itself, because I was a top contender, but you know, I felt like, oh, these are all Lagosians. You know, they all probably have supporters club. You know, people that are supporting them. A lot of them came not as raw as I did, because I came, you know, naive village boy from Kaduna, you know. So I had to be taught a lot of things, how to look a certain way, how to finesse a certain way. And, you know, I've only sang in church only. So they had to take me out of my worship mode, you know. You know, closing my eyes to sing, all this stuff.
But the hand has not left, though.
It has not left, though. It's still there. Especially this one. It's always there. But, you know, they had to tell me that, okay, we can get that you're a church boy, but you need to be sexy. You need to appeal to the ladies. They had to try to teach me to be an artist, which I wasn't used to, you know. So some of those flaws that are showing, especially at one week where they tried to make me dance hip hop. Oh my God. Oh my God, that was a disaster. I remember I was performing Usher's You Remind Me of a Girl. And there was a point where the music was supposed to break, and then just me and the drums, and I should do some Usher moves and dance. Oh my God, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen myself do ever.
Oh my God.
Kafi, the dance instructor, she was just like this. She couldn't stand it. I was terrible. terrible. But yeah, I scaled through still somehow every week trying to prove myself. So people would pay attention more to my vocals than anything else. Yeah, but towards the end of the show, I sort of grew. I started performing, even there was a point that I brought a girl from the audience on stage, people were impressed. Oh, okay, he's getting the hang of it, he's getting there. But at this point, some of the other contestants had already gone far with their votes, And then I heard, that I don't know how true it is, because you're supposed to bring one person from your family or to the show. But none of my people could make it at 1 week. So it was my girlfriend of the time that came to the show. And while I was singing a song with Inyanya, Love Truly, Inyanya's song, because there's a week they'll bring a former Project Fame star and then you pair up with them. I was singing Love Truly. So Inyanya had this idea, okay, since your girlfriend is going to be in the crowd, hide a rose in your jacket, and everything. Do it very cinematically. Go there, kneel down before her and everything. So we did that. And I heard that affected my votes because the girls stopped voting because he has a boyfriend. I mean, he has a girlfriend. So I started losing votes from females. Because, so it was later on in the industry, I realized that even if you have a relationship, you keep it to yourself because your female fans will disappear.
So let's go back to Project Fame. And I know we're still talking about Project Fame, but now this is Tolulope now. Tell me, what does fame do to a person? Because everybody wants to be famous, everyone wants to be a superstar, everybody wants to be known, everybody wants to make a name for himself. But let me use the word, you've seen the mainstream fame. Yeah. And you've enjoyed it, like literally. We're gonna go back to it. But okay. What would you say fame does to someone?
Oh man, fame is a curse and a blessing. A curse from the aspect of it could be like a drug. You become so addicted to fame that you would do anything. A lot of people end up giving this persona of a person that they're not just to keep the fame going. Like there's a lot of perception in music business. So I could be at home eating gari, but I will go to a fancy restaurant and overpay something that I know that I can't afford and do an Instagram video, the lifestyle, chilling, big things popping, little things nothing. So there's a lot of, I'll be real with you because, man, I'm a real person. There's a lot of fakeness in the industry. Or you go to your friend's house that has a Ferrari and sit on the Ferrari and take an Instagram picture. My new baby, stuff like that. It's all perception sold to you. So at the end of the day, gradually you're losing the essence of who you are and becoming somebody else that you're not. You're becoming this person that everybody, and some of the young people, I'm saying this specifically because of young people, because man, there's so many lies that you've been told. Some of the young people look at this lifestyle and think that this is what you should aspire to be. No, you should aspire to be you. Whatever God is giving you, use it to the best of your. If your gift or your talent doesn't give value to another human being, then you've not found your purpose yet. You've not found your purpose yet. Everything you do, whether you're a banker, you're a nurse, you're a doctor, always think about this. How do I add value to somebody else, not to myself? Because the music business is about adding value to yourself and making other people think they are less valuable. You are more valuable. That's what music business is. But if you're going to live in purpose, you need to see how, instead of paying all that money to look good, why not take some of that money and share with somebody that doesn't have? A lot of stars don't do that. Very few of them do that. They rather want you to think that everything is all good when everything is not all good. That's why fame, like I said, is a drug. You can either use fame, the fame that God has given you, to bless people. I'll give an example. Like there's this woman, Megan Good. The reason why I love her, she's not one of the top stars in Hollywood yet, but she's a big star. The reason why I love her is because she's using her fame that God gave her as an actress to still preach Jesus. So as beautiful as this woman is, as wonderful as she is, if you go to her page, you're going to find Jesus. Because at the end of the day, she knows that wherever she is in life, God put her there. So she cannot do her life without God. You know, so that's the end of it, because fame has to serve a purpose. If it's not, if fame is only serving you, then that's not good fame. That's bad fame.
So Luna, I need to rest for 2 seconds. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Because if you're famous and it's only serving you, it's only, oh damn, I'm the man, you know. Everybody respect me. All hail Tolu. If fame is only serving you, then it's not good fame. But if fame is making you bless people, people are getting, when people talk about you like, man, that's celebrity, yeah. I'm always blessed every time I see him anywhere, in a movie, online, on stage, wherever. Something, I'm always touched by him. That's good fame. You're blessing somebody.
You know, someone, we always do a feedback Friday, yeah, on the show.
Yeah.
And someone sent us, one of the feedbacks we got was that they love the show, they love what he does, and they wanted us, they suggested us to bring a particular artist. So I think his name is Lamborghini.
Oh yeah.
And I learned that I went on his page, he uses his music and whatever thing he gets from his music to use it for prison reforms.
Yes. Yes.
I was in shock that I did not know this person. And I noticed that people love that big guy that does that, what you said, post picture here, post this person here, does this, I'm sorry, the bow wow effects, you know. You get, when they're not being real to each other. And this guy, what he does with his music is whatever funds he gets from it, he uses it for different prison reforms, what to controller generals, like I'm seeing people that out of prison now due to this. I'm like, why is this not popular? Why do we have the least, everything that wants to be popular is everything is vain. Exactly. It was sad. And we're planning to reach out and see if we can like reach out to him and actually comment, because it's strange for someone. And and I'm sorry, it's not like he's one gospel whatever or he's doing one. No, but I mean, he's using it. So he's using it as his own gospel in quotes, that this is my own whatever, I'll use it for this particular good thing. Do you understand? Exactly. Yeah, I really agree to what you were saying. And
it's amazing because like I said, we're all children of God, but the place where I find the least expression of love is amongst children of God. It's sad. I'm sad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to, if you're listening to this. Is the truth. That's the place where I find the least expression of love, because we can quote. I said on my page, on my Insta story recently, that we know how to quote scriptures, but extend love, that's different. We don't know how to do that. Like you'll come for. I was giving another friend of mine an example that so a prostitute got saved, and she's coming to church, but she hasn't really left the life that she's living, and what the church did was to come for her. And I was like, how many people bothered to ask her if she has a source of income? How many people bothered to, how many people bothered to ask her, okay, you know what, you can leave the prostitution work, there are people in church that are highly connected, that have offices, that have jobs. We can get you a job so that you're distracted from that life, you know, because change is not something that happens overnight. And of course, you can't. People are hungry. People don't have food to eat. What do you want them to do? If that's the only option she feels that is right in front of her, you can't come to her with judgment. Come to her with solution. That's what the church does. But we'll rather sit back and judge, and that's not an expression of love at all. It's not. Jesus was talking to the Samaritan woman. By right, Jews should not talk to Samaritans. But Jesus felt the need to express love in that aspect. He told her that, I know you have plenty of husbands, but I'm going to give you something that will make your life better.
Now, Tolu, I love the angle. Oh, Now you're making it very, but I'm not gonna talk so much. You know, that story always gets to me, and why did I say that? Because you never know who is in your audience.
Exactly.
Jesus saw this woman. He saw that this woman was empty, but she
Yeah.
was looking for expression in different places.
Of
Now, there are
course.
different people that are in different situations where they feel like, oh, because I'm in church, I sing, I go from place
Yeah.
to place, I am filled. But there are a lot of empty ministers that
Uh-huh.
they're craving a lot of things. They're empty in different areas and they can't
Yeah.
express themselves. They can't say
Exactly.
anything. They're feeling
Uh-huh.
like if I say I'm struggling with lust, they will judge me, so I won't say it. But Jesus saw
Exactly.
something bigger. He said, "You've had five husbands. The one you
Yeah.
are living with is still not your husband."
Exactly.
And you know, within a span of let's say 1 hour, the woman
Yeah.
came from being an adulteress to be an evangelist. Right
Just
away.
just by just because somebody took the time to express love to her. Simple.
Now, love is that I value you. I was
Yes.
sharing a couple of my friends a couple of days ago. I said, we don't value each other. I see
Exactly.
Tolu and I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, when Tolu becomes a guest, that's what I want. I want to be a guest on my show. When next guest says hi, I know, I'll be like, oh, please, sorry, I'm very busy.
Yeah.
Value is that I need you, I don't need you. I want you,
Yeah.
or I don't want you. Every
Uh-huh.
time I see you should be an expression of who I
Of
am,
love.
which is the
Exactly.
love God. While we were yet sinners, people, while
Oh,
you
come
were
on.
yet a sinner,
Come on.
while you were very terrible in all your ways, Jesus
Yes.
said, I love this person. I will die
Uh-huh.
for you.
Yeah.
Jesus made that choice without knowing whatever offering or tithe you're paying, whatever thing it is that you are giving to God. Don't
Come
think,
on.
oh my God, your love is not by what you are giving to God or whatnot. No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. His
Yeah.
love is, I've seen
Unconditional.
you. You are my
Yeah.
image.
Uh-huh.
Oh, people, we're supposed to be talking about fame, but we're very sincere
Yeah.
until we understand the concept of love
Yeah.
and know that nothing else matters than what God gives you.
Yes.
Nothing else. Yes, you can have
Yes.
the fame. Yes, you have the platform. Yes, you have this. Yes,
Uh-huh.
okay, you're
Uh-huh.
doing this, you're doing that. But why has God created you? Now, Tolu could have
Yeah.
said, okay, I'm having all the fun, he's the big boy now, he's gotten all the accolade. Like,
Uh-huh.
people, I can tell you all the collaborations here. So he didn't have collaboration with small children. No, he didn't. He didn't have
Yeah.
collaboration with up and coming artists.
Yeah.
People. He had collaborations with the big guns of the industry. So he could have said, you know what, Jesus, all it. But to know
Yeah.
that in that same process,
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus still loved you.
Of course.
So it
Of
didn't matter
course.
if it's still, the function of now let me bust your brain a little bit. You
Yeah.
know that the function of you waking up every morning, either
Mm-hmm.
you are atheist, this, that, is a
Yeah.
function that God still loves you and is
Of
giving you a
course.
second chance every day. So
Of
it is
course.
weird when you see people now, a human being like you,
Yeah.
that God said he has loved, though. See, oh, he has loved. You are not telling me that this person I will never talk. Okay, so look, please don't let me
It's
open.
it.
This table I want to open, I will not. Let me close the door. But please, let's love and
Yeah.
value each other. It's very important.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah. So right back to the fame,
Yes.
all through that period, I still had people, God was sending people to me. And
Mm,
Facebook was one place that I ran away from because
mm,
majority of the people that knew me from Kaduna and knew how I was, where I started from, on Facebook. So every day they would blow up my notifications with, Tolu, we're still praying for you. Tolu, we know this is not where God wants you to be. If I post a video, they'll put comments like, Tolu, this is not you. There was a video that I did that was very explicit, Sugar Rush, and I posted that. And because, of course, the thing about branding, let me educate some of you that are listening. The thing about branding for artists that are in mainstream is if you're male, first of all, you need to have sex appeal. If you don't have that, then it's hard to sell you. You need to look good. You need to be sexy. You need to have girls like, oh my God, I can't wait to go to this guy's page because I'm wondering what's going on today, that kind of thing. So at that point in my life, I started going to the gym, showing off my chest. I've deleted all those pictures from my Instagram, by the way. Showing off my chest. I was serious. You know, just making girls like, oh my God, you know, dripping, this one, melanin, whatever, all those comments and everything, because
they are
it
still
helps.
doing it. So I'm just
yes,
waiting.
it's all to the glory. Even if we cover up, the glory is still showing.
So please, let's move on.
You know, so you need all of that so that you can be sellable to the fans, to the consumer. So I was doing all of that, and people kept sending me messages. Sometimes people would come and meet me at shows. Like, oh, that was a great performance, but man, I can tell that there's something else about you. There's this thing God is telling me about you, that there's more. And I used to ignore them until that same message came from Cobams. Now, God set this up really special because I had to be God. So Project Fame called me back as a guest judge. That was in 2015. And Cobams was also a guest judge. So we judged together. And while we were in the green room, Cobams looked at me and was like, Tolu, yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you, so it's a great thing that you're even here. There was a time in 1999 or so that I came to Kaduna, and I came to House on the Rock Church in Kaduna as a guest, and I heard a little boy, a skinny little boy sing.
Oh my God. And
that skinny little boy was you. I never forget a voice, because years after, in Project Fame, when you were on the show, I heard that same voice and I knew it was you.
Oh my God.
And he was like, did you go to that church? I was like, yes. I didn't even know, because me, Kaduna, who do we know? We don't know anybody. I didn't even know who Cobams was. Do you understand? But Cobams remembered. And he told me that day, he said to himself when he was listening to that little boy back in 99, that this boy has a destiny that is God-related. And I pray as he grows up into it, you will use him in God. I just prayed for you then, not even knowing you, not knowing that eventually you will come to Project Fame, not knowing that. Imagine.
For Yoruba, people that don't understand Yoruba, I'm going to say, so you alone, Pharaoh. People.
Not knowing that, you know,
too much.
It's amazing. And so he told me, he was like, see, your voice is meant for great things. Of course, you can con your voice to sound secular, contemporary, or whatever they're doing out there nowadays. But deep down, the root of your voice is spirit. And if you don't use it for spirit matters, you will struggle. That's what Cobam told me. You will struggle. And man, that's the most troubling thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I went home, I was shivering.
Oh my God.
Because I'm like, this is strange, you know. I couldn't help it. It was not long after I spoke with Cobams that I started feeling weird about the industry. I would be in the studio with everybody where they are smoking and drinking, and all of a sudden I don't feel like I'm one of them anymore. It didn't used to be like that. You know, I would see girls come into the studio and, you know, doing their thing, you know, and I couldn't, people say, what's wrong with this boy? You know, are you losing your mojo? What is going on with you? You know, and then I started having writer's block. I didn't know what to write again. You know, I'm like, me that writing sexy lyrics and writing, I want to diss you, I want to diss you, I want to that you.
Holy Ghost,
I just...
block here.
I didn't know what to write about anymore.
God.
I didn't know what to write about anymore. So that was when my music started changing. That's when I dropped a song that my record label didn't like, which was So Easy. They hated that song. Because the song started pushing towards, okay, let me be more inspirational as opposed to being sexy and raunchy. So they didn't like that. They didn't feel it was a sellable song. But I dropped it anyway, you know. And people said, oh, okay, this is different, you know. And then I started noticing fan engagement started going down little by little, because everybody is not saying the sexy. After doing a song like Sugar Rush and touching girl and doing it in the video and everything, you now want to start doing clean songs, please. You know, that kind of thing. So some fans took a hike, but it wasn't even more felt until when I went to Kaduna in December, because I got tired. I was just tired. I was like, you know what? Let me go back home. I've not been home in 7 years.
Wow.
7 long years. Yes. So let me go back home
Wow.
and just clear my head from Lagos. So I left Lagos and went back home to Kaduna. And it was December 31st, crossover night. So I went to my home church, House on the Rock, the same church that Kumam said that he saw me years ago. Do you understand? I went to my home church, and when my pastor saw me enter the building, he saw me from the pulpit. He was like, oh my God, we have a son in the house, all the way from Lagos. I wasn't expecting that, because in my mind, I was like, no, I just want to come and sit down quietly, JJ at the back, please. Don't give me spotlight. He was not like, son, come up here, come up here. On 31st night, come up here. And I went to the front, and he was like, we have 30 more minutes before crossover, so you're going to lead worship into crossover. And in my head, I'm like, okay, lead worship. Do you know who I've become since I left? Since I left.
You know what comes to my head? You know what comes to my head? The story of the prodigal son. Now, this is one thing one of my favorite pastors is Pastor P.K. Olawale. He says, you can never be a slave in your father's house.
Yes,
and
that's true.
For him, you were not a son. You didn't change from being a son when you were in Lagos.
Yes.
Your identity did not change as the son when you left Kaduna.
Yeah.
Your identity was still Tolu, that son. So when you came back, it was like, this is home for you. Any day, anytime you want to come back. Just like how he said, oh, Father, just let me go and work as a servant. And no, you're my son. To me, that's what just, like, I'm
exactly
having a picture of what happened. You coming in and the pastor calling you, and you're like, okay, people, I'm just trying to be coded.
Exactly. Wow. You know, and he gave me the microphone. And I looked at the microphone, I looked at the crowd. I was like, am I even worthy of this right now to do this? I don't think I am. But anyways, the gift is inside. Like Samson is there. You know, so I opened my mouth and I started singing. I first of all sang, I don't know why You Waited by Travis Green came out of my mouth. But I started singing You Waited for Me. And Pastor was standing right behind me.
Wow.
And I heard a voice as clear as day. I even thought it was Pastor that was talking behind me, but it wasn't him. He said, I've waited for you for 7 years. I heard it. That has never happened in my life. I've never had a spiritual encounter ever. When people say they are falling down under anointing, all those things, all those spiritual things, I used to watch. I'm a spectator. I just be watching. Okay.
What's wrong with this one? I think
do you understand? But when I heard that voice, I couldn't sing anymore. I just started crying. I started crying because I looked back and my pastor was like this, still worshiping. So it wasn't him. I just started crying. I was like, God, I don't know what it took for you to speak to me with a voice that I can hear, but whatever that is true love. And out of true love, I'm choosing to let everything else that I know to be right go and focus on what you want me to do. Wow. And I was crying up there and everybody was looking at me. And Pastor said, no, let him cry. You see this man of God? I've prayed for him for 7 years to have this moment.
Holy Ghost.
I swear, everything I heard that night was like I was dreaming, like it wasn't real, like it wasn't happening, but it was happening. And then Pastor prayed for me, and I went back to my seat, and the whole story changed. I immediately, on the 1st of 2018, I posted on my page that he called me and I answered. And you can imagine how many followers disappeared after that. How many people just said, bye-bye, you know, thank you. We knew something was happening to you. Now that we have seen what is happening to you, goodbye. I was like, goodbye to you too. Because I'm ready to follow destiny. I'm ready to follow what God has in store for me. Even if it means losing people, it's nothing. It's inconsequential when it is concerning my destiny. Do you understand? So you can go. Thank you. The gift of goodbye is a free gift.
So
you understand?
Long, bye.
You know, so now my focus is on God. So here's what's happening to me now. I have so many things that I know that God has blessed me as a talent, because I love to talk, I love to act. I'm also into modeling, and I got the music too. And all of these things are channeled towards showing you who or how awesome Jesus is. So if you come, you see me acting, you're still going to see how awesome God is, because I will never never stop talking about Jesus. I will never shut up about Jesus, because he's who I believe in. So in my music, even though some spirit cocoa people, I have to tell you this. Some spirit cocoa people hit me up after they saw Lala and Adaba that we see what you are doing though. We are happy that the Lord has transformed you. But why don't you do some more worship filled songs? You know, some more spirit filled.
Please.
Some more
Please.
spirit filled songs.
Very soon,
Yeah.
very soon, we'll have people that lack, I don't want to use the word lack Jesus, but lack what Jesus really means to us.
Yes.
We'll have people that sing but don't understand who they sing about.
Exactly.
We're getting to that point where if you don't have that relationship from the room, there's nothing you're going to bring out. God is going to remove the wheat from the chaff very soon. People will think that we're joking away because we're laughing and all that, but let me tell you something. The first day I came on your page and we talked, and I think you were on, I think, no, Uncle Lighter brought me on the live, right? And Uncle Lighter brought me on his live, and we're talking about purpose, and you were talking. I told myself, I said, this person is very different. There was a weird connect. Like, I didn't understand it, but I knew there was something different about you. So when I went to check your following page, I saw it was like 40,000. I said, I'm not going to follow this person. I said, I don't want wahala. Then you were like, hi, what's up? I'm like, okay. You said hello to me. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Okay. For me, it was different, but I understood that you were not that kind of shallow-minded person that you understand his purpose and was probably just writing songs for writing's sake. See, people don't understand. Worship is not the slow song, is not even the song. Worship is your way of life, is your devotion to God. So continue singing Domwen and not understand the God behind Domwen. You're just wasting your time.
Come on.
Even point on your songs and do email. I don't care how it is. I don't know the essence of that song. See, we're in a place where people just want to let me blow. Let me know to blow. Let me tell you, there's a way that you blow a blow that you'll not be able to pack you wherever you blow into. Because for me, that song, as many people will say, is very, very sounding like whatever. There's something spiritual about each song.
Of course.
That you put out.
Of course. Yeah.
And people will talk. There's one thing that you said that I wrote down. Losing people will be inconsequential when you're walking in destiny. That's just truth. People will never understand. See, because they were not the one that called you that day, remember?
Oh, yeah, no. Yes.
Not with them, say, my son, welcome. I'm sorry, I like saying that thing. But it's true. People
sweetheart, can you still see me? Can you still see me?
Can
you still see me?
Yes.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Okay, so Mr. Ivome said we have them already, skills and no anointing because they have no relationship with God.
Absolutely.
Drop mic.
Absolutely.
And
that's a drop mic statement right there.
Do you understand? So if you were not in my room when me and God were having that conversation, when I was writing this song, when I was talking about the love of God, when me, the shy that went away, that wanted the fame, that felt I should just have one project fame. Oh my God. I think about that particular moment. Because I think it will be a dark moment. But
it was. It was.
You will feel like, so you should have come out with Holy Spirit.
That kind of song.
Get lyrics.
Like, I try out.
You think I inspiration?
I don't get it. I don't get it. And the brother that spoke to me, he wrote a long message about how working in purpose and understanding that he knows that I've not really transitioned well from the other side. That is why I'm still sounding this way.
Assistant
And
Holy Ghost. Where does
I'm
that?
like, wow. I'm like, okay. Number one, brother, I love you. Thank you for thank you for what you said to me. But I'm not there's a people that I'm called to reach. Yeah. And Christians don't get it. Because if you're going, there's a difference between being a gospel pastor, who functions, a music pastor who functions in church. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then being a gospel artist is a whole different ball game. If your artistry cannot touch a Muslim,
Tolu, let's
why
not
are
go
you a
far.
gospel artist?
Tolu,
Why
so
are you a
let's not
gospel
go
artist?
far.
Yeah.
Let's not go far. Paul, let's use Paul.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Is it the one transitioning
This
people?
is my real big sister. Let me just tell everybody. Whatever I'm doing, people, if you think that I'm like this, go and meet me. That's my way. Let me tell you, let's see the life of Paul. Hmm?
Yeah.
Paul understood where God had sent him.
Exactly.
He didn't fight with Peter.
Yes.
He didn't drag the mic and say, I am the new one. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
He understood. And God, you know, there are times, and Tolu, you know one thing that's very beautiful? Our time is running up now, but I'll quickly say this. Do you know that God had a reason why he wanted you to go to that 7-year mark to come back to him? But we'll come back once where the light is gonna go off in like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
once we come back, we're gonna continue with on the live. So people don't be in a hurry. If you're in a hurry, you need Jesus. So don't be in a hurry and join us back. We'll be back with Tolu.
All right.